The Marsh one I didn't like at all, and I let the officials right there in front of it, didn't call it. The trail official called. I'm not sure why the guy watching it didn't. Hit a guy in the numbers in a vulnerable spot. Seen that from that player in the past too. So I didn't like that one at all. I guess the league may or may not look at it when it comes with Marshy. Sometimes they kind of move on.
Bruce Cassidy looks like he's ready to go.
Well, a lot to unpack there.
All right, so let's just talk about the dirtiness of this game. Is this the Capitals story? Are they just a dirty team, period?
Yeah, I mean, they plan an edge. I mean, the Garnet Hathaway hit was bad, but on the line. The Wilson hit on bleed, I thought was egregious, but not technically illegal. And that is the Capitals and Tom Wilson and Hathaway to a T. They're always right on the line. It's always a little too much, but technically not illegal. Okay, but let's just see the Bergeron thing tonight. Okay, so it's the force of it.
Oh.
It's okay. He drives him into the boards. All right.
Wow.
I mean, you can battle for the puck in there.
Right.
You can stick your stick in there. You can give him some body. But again, watch the extra force he puts on this and drives his head and tries to drive his head into the boards. All right. So it's not the worst hit I've ever seen. It's just a little too much, which is Garnet Hathaway and Tom Wilson. This is your best player. Now he's hurt. And that's a bad story for the Bruins. The one thing, though, and Cassidy alluded to it, I'm not going to shed any tears for Brad Marchand because he has tried to hurt other players too.
Right.
And he's got a history of this crap too. And so you dish it out, you got to take it. And that's not a guy I'm taking up a collection for. And Cassidy's right. The league's going to treat that differently because of the guy getting hit.
Well, see, I agree with that and I disagree with that. Okay, don't shed any tears for Brad Marchand because he plays, he's a dirty player too at times. So let them handle that on the ice. That's something his peers have to handle. And if they give it to him sometimes, you just got to say, all right, Brad, you had that coming because you do that to other guys. But for the league to say, well, Marchand is dirty, so we're not going to look at it. It's your responsibility. You got to be objective. He's not hitting you.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a discipline, if you're going to be a disciplinary arm of the NHL, you got to look at, is it dirty or not? I don't care if it's Brad Marchand getting hit or the angel of the ice getting hit. You got to call it the same way.
I'm not sure it's a suspendable hit, but the Capitals, let's just show the Wilson hit on bleed. So again, not technically illegal. The puck's close enough to him that you can take the body to him. But Wilson just lines him up and is there for bad intent. And so it's legal. Now, McAvoy did respond with a hit here on Van Riemsdyk. This was nice. This was a nice little response. But given how often the Capitals are involved in this, I like to see someone really line these guys up. You know, the last Capitals game, we showed you the Nick Dowd high stick on Brad Marchand when he just bloodied his nose. And it was another one of those things where, you know, guys get their sticks up sometimes and you get them underneath the face mask.
That was a violent up.
But this was like a two-handed.
Man.
You know, so that's it with the Capitals. It's always a little too much. And so I would love to see it. If the Bruins don't want to do it, that's fine. But will someone out there, and here's the Wilson hit on Carlo last year that really knocked him out of the playoffs and may have cost the Bruins a playoff series because they were garbage without Brandon Carlo out there. Yeah. Wilson did get suspended for that, but look, it's right on the line, okay? He hit him shoulder first. You can't say it's technically illegal. That is the Capitals. They are always right on the line. I would love to see someone line up Tom Wilson and drive him into next week with a questionable hit. Just like Tom Wilson does to everybody else. If the Bruins don't want to do it, someone out there needs to knock that guy on his ass.
Well, the Bruins might want to do it because if you think about it, all right, this is two completely different games. Last week, they put 7 on them, and it really wasn't competitive. They just had one of those nights the Bruins did against the Capitals. Tonight, good playoff-type game, very competitive back and forth. The Bruins win it by a goal. The point is, this team, I didn't think at the beginning of the season, I didn't see this from the Bruins. I don't think you saw this from the Bruins a couple of months ago. I think they're getting it going. They look like a team, not only that can, get into the playoffs and win a playoff series. When they play like they have the last week and a half, I start thinking big.
Yeah.
Mike. I start thinking big.
I don't think they were all that good tonight, by the way. Oh, no.
Really?
I mean, the Capitals didn't leak a drop. All they were doing were going around and hitting people. The Capitals scored their first 2 goals and showed the goals because these were both bad goals. The Capitals scored 2 goals, I think, on their first 14, maybe 15 shots. This is short side. It cuts nets off. I'll give it to them. That's a pretty nasty snipe, but I don't know. It's short side, bad angle.
Yep.
This one was just unforgivable. The Lars Eller goal. The thing's going high, and Ullmark tries to duck. It's going about a foot, 2 feet over the net, and he deflects it into the own. Those are just 2 bad goals. They scored 3 on 17 shots. Like, just not. So it was really an Ullmark problem, but the Capitals didn't put much pressure on you, and you had to get a lucky penalty call in the last 2 minutes to get a power play goal with 40 seconds left to win the thing.
They've been living right, okay?
Here's a penalty call, by the way. Now, see, the Capitals are going to be pissed about this, and they have a right to.
Well, you know what? When you play like that.
That was so weak.
Okay, it's karma. It's karma. Just like you said with Brad Marchand. After a while, if you live like that, some things are going to go against you, and you're going to say that's unfair. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. But just to get you on the record, you don't think the Bruins have taken their status from mid-level team to like a contender?
They're back in the conversation, and it looks like we're going to have a hockey season. And yes, they're back in the conversation. I just didn't think they were all that great tonight.